Sean Spicer yesterday blamed the Obama administration for not doing more to express their concerns about disgraced National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, which was bewildering, to put it lightly. NBC News reported yesterday, as I told you earlier in the show, that President Obama had specifically warned then President-elect Donald Trump about Michael Flynn in a November meeting. Okay, we did that earlier. I'm not going to redo that part of the story. Sean Spicer did his daily press briefing yesterday and said basically that the warning is because Obama just wasn't a fan of Michael Flynn, and said, hey, we should really be looking at the Obama administration because they renewed Flynn's security clearance. Let's take a look at this video of Sean Spicer, completely unhinged.
Well, the president doesn't disclose details of meetings that he has, which in this case was an hour-long meeting, but it's true that President Obama made it known that he wasn't exactly a fan of General Flynn's, which is frankly shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, that given that General Flynn had worked for President Obama, was an outspoken critic of President Obama's shortcomings, specifically as it related to his lack of strategy confronting ISIS and other threats around that were facing America. So the question that you have to ask yourself really is, if President Obama was truly concerned about General Flynn, why didn't he suspend General Flynn's security clearance, which they had just reapproved months earlier? Additionally, why did the Obama administration let Flynn go to Russia for a paid speaking engagement and receive a fee? I mean, there were steps that they could have taken that, if that was truly a concern more than just a person that had bad blood.
But Obama renewed Flynn's security clearance. So yeah, this is bogus. Michael Flynn had already been fired. They can try to, fired individuals can still try to hold on to clearances, and those are done by the agency they used to work for. In Flynn's case, it's the DIA. Spicer paints it like Obama went into a room and said, Michael Flynn, let's renew his security clearance. It's a totally different and unrelated process, Pat, than the one that you go through to become National Security Advisor. That was a routine matter for the DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, way back when. It's not Obama saying, let's do this or that. And it's stunning that he's even bringing it up because it's been debunked so many times.
You know, President Truman used to have a sign on his desk that read, "The buck stops here." For Trump, it's, hey, don't look at me. I mean, go to Steve Bannon first, go to Jared Kushner first, and if all else fails, I'll just blame Obama.
Go to the last president if all else fails. A tweet from the New York Times' Peter Baker sums this up pretty nicely. Quote, new presidents often blame predecessors for various things. Trump may be first to blame his national security advisor on his predecessor. Obama fired Flynn, but it's Obama's fault that Trump hired him, even though we know that he warned him. It's not computing.
Yeah, I mean, Republicans used to attack Obama for blaming too much on George W. Bush.
Yeah.
But Obama's attacks had a lot to do with the circumstances that he found himself in, like the 2 wars and the recession.
Yeah.
Trump is blaming Obama for actions that he himself took.
And Spicer actually said that Obama didn't take proactive steps to deny Michael Flynn's security clearance. Besides the fact that he fired him and that the reapproval of that clearance had nothing to do with Obama, this is genuinely embarrassing. Why didn't Obama warn us harder is basically the question. Obama fired him. Then Obama warned Trump about him. Then Sally Yates warned the White House about him. Then Sally Yates warned the White House about Flynn again. What more could they possibly have done? Maybe Obama should have had Flynn murdered to really prevent Trump from being able to hire him. I mean, how far are we going to take this?
I mean, so much of this stuff was classified at the time, and it's not something that you would mention in a public setting, you know? So that's pretty much all they could do.
It's gone into Twilight Zone territory. It truly has.